Hey guys, Randy Ritchie here with Danny Dixon with the PPW 474 taping results irrefutable 2023. Dan, how in the hell are you after an outstanding night of wrestling?
Outstanding weekend of wrestling.
Thank you.
I am fantastic, ready to get into it.
Me too,
action.
man. My grandpappy used to tell me when he fathered a child at 86, the older the buck, the stiffer the horn.
Yes, sir. And Irrefutable started off with singles competition. We had the man from Japan, Zero Gold, with Marcus the King Smith in his corner against the youngster Dayton Pirelli. It was a great showing for Dayton, although
his best match to date.
Definitely, although Zero Gold, that dastardly man alongside Marcus the King Smith, was able to pick up the victory.
Yeah, sadly, a handful of tights goes a long way for anybody affiliated with and the King himself.
Match number 2 saw Lobos 2, the man from Tacula, Mexico, constantly making everybody here in PPW proud week after week.
He steps up like a man, don't he?
Absolutely, but he had a tough task ahead of him as we saw Spawn 1 finally return from who knows where.
Parts unknown.
To destroy Los Lobos 2, but Los Lobos 2 was able to put in some offense, even kicking out of a few of Spawn 1's moves.
Well, I thought he was done more than once, but you got to admit, David Lee Roth said it back in the 80s at the MTV Music Awards. Sometimes it's not if you win or lose, it's that you showed up and you look good, and I still say Lobos 2 has a flashlight in his trunks.
No doubt about it. Match number 3, we saw our first title match of the night. Marcus the King Smith defending his King of the Iron Man Championship against current Challenge Pro champion Jesse Danger. 30-minute Iron Man.
The man with the most falls or submissions at the end of the 30 minutes is the King. And Marcus the King Smith, just when I get really sick of the pinkies out, just when I get sick of the Queen's wave, just when I say to myself, boy, did this guy let that King shit go to his head, he was chasing Jesse the whole time, and in true Marcus the King Smith fashion, little hook of the ropes, and still King of the Iron Man. This match will be up on our Patreon by the following Tuesday.
You're definitely going to want to check that one out.
Yeah, you're not going to believe it. I don't know how Marcus does it. 2 minutes left in the match.
You may not like him, but you may have to respect him after this
But I'm never
match.
kissing his hand.
There you go. I'm not either. Trust me.
Okay.
After a brief intermission, we were treated to a tag team war.
Son of a bitch, after the Friday we had on Frenzy, don't forget, folks, fuck Twitch. Premier Pro Wrestling on Rumble. Rumble is where it's at. I found my manhood on Rumble. We are streaming live Friday Frenzy on Rumble. And after last night, everybody thought they were crazy trying to over-prepare for tonight. You take it from there, Danny.
We saw badass Brandon Campbell and heavy metal Jake Hazard defending their PPW Tag Team Championships against Rockstar Rosie and the relentless Jay Leone. And what a match it was. Both teams laid everything out on the line.
Laid everything in.
Absolutely. And in impressive fashion, we saw badass Brandon Campbell and Jake Hazard hit their combo finishing maneuver.
I don't even know what they call it, man.
It was a Claymore into that F666, and that was it. That is all she wrote.
Still, tag team champions, Brandon and Jake. And I just want to add a little I point, E point here. These are 4 of the hardest working guys in the sport today.
Absolutely. Putting in the work day in and day out, and it's paying off for all 4 men.
Now, before we get going, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what you kids like to call the quote-unquote shoot. That tag match in normal wrestling cards with the idiots would be hard to follow. From a wrestler's point of view, I would have been pissed if I was the main event after that one. Take it from there, brother.
Yeah, but a main event we saw El Guerrero, Jose Acosta, invoking his rematch clause against the Puerto Rican Prince, current and new PPW heavyweight champion Sensei, and two of the very best in the industry today.
Seriously, in the top 20 anywhere in the world. And got to add, Sem looks like $1 million, and not a steroid has ever been in that young man's body. What a future he's got.
Absolutely impressive physique and even more impressive in-ring skills as he was able to defend successfully the PPW Heavyweight Championship.
2 out of 3 falls. Again, I can't say it enough. You've got to subscribe to our Patreon. This match, you've got to see it in its entirety on Patreon. This match alone is worth a year's subscription to Patreon, folks. $6 a month, $4 a month for the other tier, $2 a month for over 200 exclusive podcasts between myself and Casey James, 2 guys that have been there and done that. Now, let's get to the pimping for this upcoming week. Like I said, I told you about Frenzy. This is just a reminder, Friday on Rumble. We are striving constantly to not overcomplicate your wrestling. Even though it's 2023, people still don't want their wrestling that damn complicated. In Premier Pro Wrestling, every belt we have means something. That is the focus, of why these people, these wrestlers do what they do. We have incepted an even new concept, which is primarily simple. But be ready to keep checking back on our YouTube and our Facebook, because this Saturday night, the championship contenders battle, were number 1 contenders for the King of the Ironman belt, number 1 contenders for the Challenge Pro belt, number 1 contenders for the Tag Team Champions, and the number 1 contender for the PPW Heavyweight Championship belt will all be decided in one match with more than 2 parts. Thanks for the support. Thanks for your emotional investment. Once again, Premier Pro Wrestling Tees. Brandon Campbell, off the top of my head, has some really cool shirts at our official merchandise shop, Premier Pro Wrestling on Pro Wrestling Tees. And once again, the CM Punk controversy is going nowhere. One way, shape, or form, the same people that had tears in their eyes upon CM Punk's wrestling return now hate CM Punk for being CM Punk. Well, me, the guy who gave CM Punk his first handful of matches, professional matches in the industry, and Casey James, who cut his teeth down in OVW with CM Punk, stand with Punk. And if you're not afraid, you can stand with Punk too. The shirt is available, Premier Pro Wrestling at Redbubble, the link in the description. Thanks again, folks.